Several years ago, an individual who knew I was interested in local history showed me a few pages of an actual deed registered during the 1940s on waterfront property here in Lambton. For reasons that will soon become obvious, the name of this person and the names and the property location on the deed will not be included in this story. First, the attachments included a Schedule A. The preamble basically gives the lot number, confirms that the property includes right out to the low water mark. It also says that the owner must agree to the following covenant: that the owner or owners from time to time shall have the right to use the low water beach aforesaid for the purpose of bathing, boating, picnics, bonfires, or other summer recreations, provided always that should any portion of such low water beach be used in a manner offensive to good taste, objectionable to law or morals, or physically dangerous to others, the owner of the lot adjoining such misuse, his servants or agents, shall have the right to cause the person so offending at once to vacate the same. Does that mean that if you don't like what the owner next door is doing down by the water line, you legally have the right to force him or her to stop? What if a woman wanted to sunbathe without her top on? Does this mean that some biddy next door could force her to stop? There is also a clause stating that before the property is sold, the grantor, that's the owner, must, and I quote, extract from the guarantees herein the covenant to continue the same with the lands. That must mean that anyone who buys this land must agree to all of the covenants in Schedule A that I am reading from. The next clause says that no buildings or fences can be erected on any part of the low water beach. Sounds reasonable to me. It also states that one detached building can be erected and that it must be of the same type of construction as a dwelling house. I guess that means a boathouse could be built. But it's the next clause that is most restrictive. It reads, the ownership of not lot on blank and no part of the low water beach aforesaid shall be transferred by sale, inheritance, gift, or otherwise, nor rented, licensed to, or occupied by any person wholly or partly of Negro, Asiatic, colored, or Semitic blood, nor to any person less than 4 generations removed from that part of Europe lying south of latitude 55 degrees and east of longitude 15 degrees each. Relationships, however slight, to any class forbidden as aforesaid, shall be deemed sufficient to prevent transfer to or occupancy by such person, it being the intention that the occupation of the lands in the subdivision and the beach aforesaid shall be restricted to persons of Northern and Western European descent other than Jews. Such restriction, however, shall not apply to bona fide domestic servants of actual occupants during the period of such occupancy. Covenants 1, 2, 3, and 5 shall permanently run with the land. Covenant 4 shall be enforced for a period of 10 years from thee. If I read this right, the deed here along the waterfront here in Lambton County would appear to restrict just who can own this property. What do you think?